Hey friends, come on in. We're gonna play with a new tool that I ordered from Lange. I've never had this one before, so we're gonna try it together and see how it goes. Before we start, do you want to see what the situation is here today? You guys, I am not going outside. We did go outside for a few minutes earlier, and no, the answer is no. I am just not built for snowy weather. Nope, not doing it. It's not for me. Hard no on that one. Okay, I'm going to put a comment here so that you can go shop if you want to, if you're sitting home today and it's like it is for me, if it's a snow day for you and you are also like me and you do your best online shopping when you're stuck in the house and can't go anywhere else. There's your link. Lange is having their 7th anniversary sale. And so it's like up to 70% off the whole website. And so you can go there, use the code CHEERS, and pretty much everything is on sale. So go do that because it's a great sale. Okay, so I got this Lange. It's called Le Vogue, I believe. It is a deep waver. So it's going to wave, make your hair wavy. I can't wait to try this. I tried to get my daughter to let me try it on her, but she's just in that stage where mom is not cool right now. So she's got this beautiful, like super long, gorgeous hair though. Yay! Just got your Le Duo. Yeah, so Le Duo, I actually went back and forth between trying this today or actually doing another Le Duo tutorial. If you need Le Duo help, and you see this, comment below. I have a tutorial that's kind of like in real time and in depth because I know that so many of you get it and then you're like, I can't make my hair look like yours. It's just like a tiny bit of a learning curve and a couple of little tips that are going to make you absolutely fall in love with Le Duo and know that it's the best curling tool out there, especially if your hair is hard to curl. So if you want me to send you that, just comment on this video like, hey, I need Le Duo help. The key with that is go slow because all the videos that you see that we post of us doing our hair, we speed them up because we lose you guys after like a minute, right? So when we're making quick videos like that, we speed them up. But the thing is to just kind of take your time and use small pieces of hair and you are going to get the best curls ever with Le Duo. Heiress is also another one of my favorite Lange tools. All right, so this one is called Le Vogue. I'm going to turn it on. It is set on 410. Let's see how high this bad boy goes to. Okay, so it'll go to 450. I'm going to put it back to 410. And then it has a lock and unlock somewhere. Okay, right here, there's a button. You push it up, it unlocks it. You push it down, and it locks it together. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that locked together and set it aside to let it heat up. Awesome. Lisa, I'll send that to you when I get done here. Okay. Hi, Paula. Hi, Desiree. Hey, y'all. So, hi, Miss Pat. It's a snow day, and I am not going outside. So, what better time to go live and hang out with my online friends than the days when I'm stuck in the house. All right, so if you're like me and you're going to use a waving tool and you have dry hair, okay, my hair is super healthy and I don't have like split ends or anything, but my ends always look like this because my hair is just dry in texture. So if you have hair like me and your hair is dry, okay, you're going to want to make sure that you use some really good products if you're going to wave your hair. So I normally would use Rival Heat Shield. Hi, Megan. There's no way, Desiree. You guys have less snow than us? That stinks. I want to be in somewhere tropical right now. Hi, Shannon. So I would normally use Rival Heat Shield, but for this, I'm going to use the Thermal Magique because it's also a heat and humidity tamer, which means it's also going to help with frizz. And my hair, because it tends to grow when I wave it, I'm going to spray this on here just so that we're going to have like all that frizz under control. Okay. All right. So this is a deep waver. There are two wavers from Lange. One is called Le Waver. The other one is called Le Vogue. Le Waver is a small waver. It's more like almost a crimper. So you're going to get tiny waves. This one is the deep waver, Le Vogue. And it is heated up. And we're going to start waving my hair. 2 degrees this morning, currently 16. Well, I think it's about 16 here too. It's a little bit less than 20 degrees. So it's not like, I mean, to me, if it's under 70, it's cold. But there's that. Okay, now, a little tip for you. Everything inside of you is going to want to use this like this, with the hot plates up. In my opinion, you get prettier waves when you put this part up and the hot plates down. You can play with it. You can do every section in a different direction. For me, I'm going to do it with the pink plate up and the hot plates down. And we're just going to start going. I will tell you one thing about this is it's supposed to be messy. So you don't have to like be super like a perfectionist about how it goes. Okay. So you don't have to hold it on there very long, and you don't have to worry about a whole lot of stuff, especially when you're underneath layers. We're just trying to get all the hair waved, okay? So again, for me, because it starts the bending your hair going out at the top, I'm gonna always wave it with the pink thing on top, okay? Let me move that. Okay, so then we're just gonna go around. We're just gonna continue like that. I probably should have sectioned this hair one more time. I bet I don't have another clip right here. Nope, so we're just gonna make it work like it is. Okay, totally fine. All right, so pink side up. We're gonna go like this. Hi, Melissa. So my hair is basically a blunt cut, which means it's just cut straight across on the bottom. But I do have a lot of layers because I have dry and pretty thick hair, and it tends to get heavy if I don't layer it a whole lot. So I do, and it's very texturized. So like when you try to just cut it like straight across, it just looks weird. So I do get a lot of layers. It's all the same length at the bottom, but I get a lot of layers cut into my hair, if that makes sense. The last time I had a like specific cut, I guess it's been a little more than a year ago now, I had a bob, and then when I let it grow out, I just had her sort of even out the bottom of it so that it was all the same length at the bottom. But then, you know, I still have a lot of that those stacked like layers. Thank you, Luann. So again, if you want to play with this, you can play with it the other direction. So just put in the hot plates on top if you want to. For me, I feel like I get the better wave when I put this pink part up, okay? And again, everything inside of you is going to want to use it like this, okay? But I always flip it over and do it that way. I feel like this is really super easy. Like this is an easy hairstyle to do. If you're looking for something just fast, quick, and you can wear a waved hairstyle for days in a row. So raise your hand if you also have snow today. I live in West Tennessee. It never snows here. Never. But today we're sitting on about 6 inches of snow. And the whole town is shut down. They've called school out for the next 2 days. I have a golden retriever, a puppy, who refuses to come inside, and it's like freezing outside, and I'm worried that he's gonna freeze, and I know he's a dog, and they're like made for this, right? But he doesn't want to come inside. He just wants to play in the snow. And so I've got that. And so every time he does come in, he's soaking wet. And his nose has snow all over it. And it's just a big mess. Barely an inch of snow. See? All right. I did tell my husband this morning, I'm like, I want to move to Florida. Let's go somewhere tropical. All right. All right. So super easy with this. And again, if you like smaller waves, you can do the Le Waver. And and the Le Waver is smaller waves. It's more like a crimper, a little bigger than a crimper. Okay, did you hear the beep? So that's a feature about this that I forgot to tell you about. So if you are confused or worried about how long you leave it on your hair, or if you hold this down long enough, let me show you a really cool feature about Le Waver. So you can push this down like this and just wait. And in just a few seconds, you'll hear it beep. That means it's time to move on to the next wave, right? So it's timed for you. If you feel like you don't need to hold it on there that long, you don't have to. But that's a really cool little feature about this, that it will beep and tell you to stop, okay? Definitely great for hair that is easy to get. My hair is really grabbing these waves, so we might actually not wait that long. But my hair grabs like pretty much anything you do to it these days. So, and maybe I could turn the heat down. That might help. We're just going to kind of go down through here. Just grab the ends there. Okay. Yeah, so you know, it's like all the parent guilt when there's like all the snow outside and everybody's like, bring your dogs inside. I'm like, my dog won't, he won't come inside. He likes it out there. So we're just going to let him go out there until he comes to the door and wants in. Okay. So we got that side all waved. I feel like this did funky, but at the end, if it still looks weird, we'll just fix it. Okay. Roll Tide. I have decided to wear my Roll Tide sweatshirt like every day because I'm afraid the next few years are not going to be fun. So while we're still on the top, I'm going to wear it. Okay. So Thermal Magique, this is a heat and humidity tamer. It's also a like heat protectant. So I want to make sure that my hair is not frizzy at all. So I'm using that. And then we're just going to do the same thing. My little trick is to pretty much split my hair down the middle and the back. Pull all of the hair to the front, from the back to the front. And then you won't miss any pieces if you bring forward all of your hair and start back here and work your way forward. You won't miss any pieces of hair. Okay. I do find, so when I'm talking about curling, I will always tell you to do your sections like this, like in planes up and down. But for waving, I have found that maybe doing your sections more in planes going sideways like this are better. And I will show you also a little trick at the end. Because I do feel like the face framing pieces of your hair are sometimes kind of harder to make them look right when you're waving. But I found a little trick that you can do that actually helps a whole lot with that. So, do you see how fast and easy this is? I like it. Yeah, Trisha, so this is super easy. And it's on sale right now. Lange is having their 7th anniversary sale. So I cannot believe it's been 7 years since Lange opened. But it has. It's their 7th birthday. And so they're having a big sale. The tools are up to 70% off. Or everything pretty much on the website is up to 70% off. All the hair care and everything like that. Also, if you're like me and you love the hairspray, it's back in stock. I'll show you the hairspray at the end. It's adjustable. It's one of my favorite Lange things. Okay, and yeah, so these are like really pretty waves. The other waver waves a lot smaller than this one. So if you like smaller waves, you can use that. But I really like these deep waves. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little trick that you can do when you get to your pieces of hair that are around your face. So everything back here, hang on. I did miss one piece right here, so let's go ahead and do that one. I remember the first anniversary too. Does that mean we're old? We're not old, right? We're not old. Vintage. All right, so we're just going to wave that piece right there on the back and let that. So when you get to your face framing pieces, if you will swap the direction of your waves, you will actually get a little bit of a better face framing action going on right here. So instead of getting your sections like this, like straight up and down, if when you get your section, if you will go down and like at an angle, and your piece of hair going, I know you can't really see that super well. When we get to the front, I'll show you. And then instead of holding your waver like straight like this, angle it back. And then run those waves kind of away from your face instead of straight down. You're going to get a better shape. So I just washed this hair this morning. I think it just depends on your hair, actually. If you have hair that is really, really fine and hard to hold, things like this, it may work better with a little bit of product in it, or, you know, on day 2. My hair is coarse and dry, and so it's going to hold, it holds curl pretty easy. Okay, so again, this is pointed, I'm moving my waves backwards instead of straight down. And that's just going to give you a little bit of a different direction. It creates a little more texture in your hair. And it also, like, it just lays better in the front here. I think we can do this whole piece right here together. Let's try. Yeah, and that's okay. Use a little bit of the Salt and Sea texturizing spray. That's going to really, really, really make your hair have some grit and hold. You don't need a lot of that, though. Let me tell you, I cannot tell you enough how to not use a ton of that product, because it will, I mean, it's very potent. Okay, so you see how those are just kind of going back, and we're just going to let them cool off just like that. And then when we shape them, they're going to look really good. All right, so same thing over here. This is the last part of my hair that hasn't been waved yet. Instead of waving like this piece on top, this piece on bottom, we are going to, I use my fingernail to create sections. I'm going to start here and I'm going to go up at an angle, okay? And grab a piece of hair. So you see the part here is angled, and then I'm going to wave it going back away from my face, like so. So the trick for me, I have always loved the look of waving your hair, but when I do it, it just looks so funky at the front. And I think it's because I do have thicker hair and it just doesn't lay as pretty. But that's been the trick for me, is changing the direction of the wave. When you get to these pieces up here, you're going to get a better shape, and you're going to get a better, it's just, to me, it looks better. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to go up at an angle. And then we're going to wave it sort of going backwards. Yeah, and so that's kind of the point too. Like, tomorrow, this is going to be even prettier than it is today. Even though nobody's going to see it, because we're going to be stuck in the house for a few days. But we're going to, it will relax, and it will be easier to do tomorrow. So here's the last piece. We're going to try to just do this like everything else and then see how that works. My bangs are almost like the same length as all the rest of my hair, so I think it will be okay. But if it's not, we may have to go back and help it again, and we got to do something about that. No big deal. We're going to fix it. Okay, so here we are. Let me tell you another secret about waving your hair. You do not want to brush through this, okay? If you brush through this like you would brush through curls, you are going to have frizzy hair. Don't do that, okay? So right here on this front piece, I almost wonder if we flip it over and do just the front piece like that. If that might help and give me a little bit of lift here at the front. Okay, so if you do want to separate them, right? You just don't want to brush through them. you just kind of want to take your comb and just like very, very easy, or you could even do it with your fingers like this. You don't want to go crazy separating these or brushing through them, even running your fingers through them just a whole lot, because when you do that, you're going to create like a whole lot of, see how it's getting bigger? It's growing. All right, I am going to, at the front up here, we are going to separate here at my roots. Okay. And then what I'm going to do next is I am going to use a little bit of the Satin Nectar Nourishing Gloss. I love this stuff, and I especially love how it smells. Okay, so this is just a, like, I'm not really sure if it's an oil. It feels like an oil. Yes, it has vitamins A, C, and E. It's a serum. It conditions your hair. It protects your hair if you have dry hair like me. This is really good for your ends if you're doing styles like this, okay? So it just keeps your ends from looking frizzy. So I used the Thermal Magique Heat and Humidity Tamer before I started waving, and I'll show that to you here in just a second. What a fun hairstyle, though. I mean, if you want some big hair, here you go. Here you go. It's going to be big, okay? And the more you play with waved hair, the bigger it gets. So if you don't want your hair to get bigger, don't play with it too much, okay? All right, so this is the heat protectant that I used. It's called Thermal Magique. It's from Lange. This is the Satin Nectar Nourishing Gloss, and it just makes your ends not be like super dry and frizzy. If you don't struggle with that, then you can skip that part, but for me, I have to have that. I'm gonna grab my little comb from Lange also, and I'm going to take just a little section right here. I threw it. Okay, I'm gonna take just a little section right here. So my roots also tend to get flat just because my hair is heavy. If that is the same case for you, you can do this too. You can just tease a tiny bit at the root. Y'all don't even know I just like big hair. I just do. You're sitting there going, her hair is huge. Yes, that's the goal, right? Okay, so here's the hairspray I was telling you about. I stinking love this stuff. It is the 3-way hairspray, so it has a low, medium, and high, and you can twist the nozzle to whatever you want for the day. So I usually keep mine between low and medium. If you put this on high, your hair is not going to move, okay? I promise. So I just put it between low and medium and then spray. This is a really good holding hairspray. Coming from a girl who used like the instant freeze, whatever says freeze. That's what I get. Luann, Lange is not here today. If they were, they would be doing a giveaway. But I thank you for sharing anyway. Okay, so do we love this or do we love this? Because I love this. Super cute. And you see how when you change the, if you change the direction of the waves, how just so much better it lays here. Oh yeah, I have not tried the 7-second treatment. I really want to try that. That's on my list. I have a list of Lange stuff that we are going to try at some point. So you also see how I said the more you play with this, the bigger it gets, okay? So you can, I mean, the options are endless, right? You can pull some of it back, which is probably what I would do, you know, for work or errands or whatever. Pull some of this back. It'd be super cute like that. Sometimes I wear my glasses like this. Cute like that. A headband would even be cute with that. These are awesome. I do not know off the top of my head how much this tool is, but it is discounted. if you use the code CHEERS and the link that's in the description, everything on Lange's website right now is up to 70% off because their anniversary sale. So this one is called Le Vogue. There's 2 wavers. If you want this one, get Le Vogue. If you want smaller waves, get Le Waver. I used Thermal Magique Heat Protectant. I used the Satin Nectar Gloss, and I did use the 3-way hairspray to get this hair. All right, do y'all like it? Do we like it? Do we love it? I like it. I think it's cute. All right. So if you have any questions, and again, if you need Le Duo help, put that comment in the comments and I'll go find that tutorial and like send you a link to it. And if you have any other questions, you can post them here as well. Thank y'all so much for watching. I think this is the highest number of live watchers I have ever had. That's super awesome. All right. I hope y'all have a great day. I'll see you later.